All right, we're still talking about grief and the holidays, a really important topic for those of you who've had a loss. So I'm going to speak very specifically to anyone now who's had a major loss this year. Since January 1st of last year, this past year, that is, in 2017, if you've had a significant loss, lost a loved one, especially a sudden unexpected loss, that first set of holidays can be so painful. First of all, let me give you permission, especially if you don't have small children in your home, to take a holiday off. No, Thanksgiving and Christmas will still come. You can't stop them. But you don't have to participate in the way that you usually do. If it's been a loss for your whole family, sit down, have a discussion. How are we going to handle this year? What's going to be helpful? What should we not do? If you've got little kids, the holidays need to go on, right? Because little children shouldn't be deprived of the joys of a Christmas because other people are grieving. So you may have to decide, though, how you're going to make some changes that don't compromise the holiday for little ones, but still allow you to give yourself the much needed permission not to add a lot of additional stress. For those who've had a major loss or are dealing with significant grief, you have to be gentle with yourself. You have to remember that grief takes a toll on us physically, it takes a toll on us emotionally, it takes a toll on us relationally, socially, and spiritually. It affects all aspects of our life. And that means we need to be gentle with ourselves. Don't put the stress on yourself of doing everything you normally do, cooking big meals, buying lots of gifts. This is a time when you can say to people, and you have every right to, this year I'm going to take a season to just fully grieve, to be able to be sad. But it doesn't mean you sit home alone crying into your Ben and Jerry's, right? It means you take some time to grieve, but do be intentional about spending time with people, especially people who get it, who get grief, especially those who have maybe walked through loss themselves. Just spend some special time with them. Consider going to a grief support group or a special grieving through the holidays group. I know a lot of churches have those. A lot of hospitals or hospice can give you some education, and you can sit with other people who are sad too. Stop feeling like you have pressure from the world to be happy and joyful. Especially if you've had a major loss this year, don't give in to that pressure. You can cry, you can be sad, but guess what? You might even feel joy in the midst of your grief. That's okay, because sometimes we laugh, even when we feel like crying. Sometimes we'll feel a wave of gratitude that we had that person in our life for as long as we did. Allow your feelings to come and don't judge them. Don't judge your sadness, but also don't judge your joy. Let yourself feel what you feel. Sometimes the holidays can be scary because we're afraid it will trigger us to be sad. The music, the food, the smells, the memories. I remember working with a young girl who lost her aunt, someone she loved very, very much. And she was so afraid of the holidays because her aunt's favorite scent was the scent that they had at Bath and Body Works. They had it for years. It was, I think, winter candy apple. And every time she smelled that, she was going to think of her aunt. So we just talked about maybe smelling that didn't have to just make her sad. It could also make her happy. And that she could wear that scent, that lotion, as a part of remembering who her aunt was. So know that we can have great joy if we're willing to face into the sad memories and the sad times as well. You know, grief is a part of your life. We didn't choose it. We certainly don't want it. But we grieve because we love. And to not grieve would mean that we don't love. And love is the greatest part of life and joy. It's especially the greatest part of the holidays. So don't be afraid to face those first set of holidays, because it gets easier after that. Hey, before you go, if you found this helpful or you really liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe below, and tell your friends.